This is Jamey with Stonemaier Games, and a few minutes ago I received a surprise FedEx package containing 3 Scythe Legendary Boxes. So this is something that our customers asked for, that we make a big box for Scythe that can hold all the Scythe stuff. It can hold the original game, it can hold all 3 expansions, one of which has been released, one is coming in a few months, and one will come next year. That'll hold all accessories, all promos, and even a custom insert. That won't come in the box because there are plenty of custom companies that are already making awesome custom inserts. And those inserts, if you already have one, will fit in this box. And those companies will add on to their custom inserts so that you can contain all your Scythe stuff in the Legendary Box in those custom inserts. So I received the samples and I wanted to do a little unboxing. Now I already unboxed mine because I had to approve it to our manufacturer so they could start working on it right away. But I'll show you what it looks like when I open it on camera here at an awkward angle. First, I'll show you kind of the size of it. So this is the box top of my copy of Scythe. Regular box top, they're all the same size. The Legendary Box is literally twice as tall as a regular Scythe box top. This is hard to show at this angle, obviously, but if you have a copy of Scythe, just take the top off and kind of stack it on top of your game, and that will be how big the Legendary Box is. The dimensions are otherwise exactly the same, and this is important for a reason that I'll show you in a second. So this is what the Legendary Box looks like. I'll pull away from the camera so you can see the whole thing here. This is the top, side, side. I'm saying side, not side. And here's the back side. And even the bottom has art on it too, one of those, the factory card art. So one of the cool things about making a box so big is that Jacob has all this really beautiful art for the game, and so we thought, why not use the box itself as a canvas for that art? Now the downside, you'll see the downside of that in a second, but I think it was worth it as a canvas. You'll see the downside when I get to it. So you'll notice that the box has an interesting construction. So it isn't a top that goes all the way down. The top meets halfway, and you pull off the top of the box. And the reason for this is that if anyone like me has one of the Kickstarter collector edition boxes with a nice foil or the label or the individual numbering, and you want to keep that box, you can set aside or throw away, do whatever you want with the Legendary Box top, and you can put this box top on top of the Legendary Box. It's the exact same size. In terms of dimensions, in terms of width and length. The gap in the middle is a little bit larger with this box, but it fits on there perfectly so that you can still have your special box top with all your Scythe stuff. Now the downside, as I mentioned, is that the sides don't align. And it's not really a big deal. Obviously it's more aesthetically pleasing if you have the Legendary Box top on it, but we had to make a choice. Do we want the sides to align with the original box top, which would look a little weird, especially for like this art, or this art, because this art is complete. This art doesn't have any extension down towards the bottom. So we had to make a choice. Do we make it seamless with the original box top, which about 18,000 people have, or do we make it seamless with the new box top? And we went with making it seamless with that one so it could be a bigger canvas for art. So I'm going to pull off this top and show you what's in the inside, because there isn't much in the inside. This is mainly an empty box that you can fill with the Scythe stuff that you want to put in here. But originally the idea was we need some filler for this box. We need something to take up some of the room, because not everyone, well, no one has the Wind Gambit expansion yet, and definitely no one has the 3rd expansion because we haven't even announced it yet. And 3rd and last expansion, that will be the last one. And so we wanted to, we didn't want everything like shifting around in the box while you wait for that stuff. So we added 3 filler boxes. These are about the size, a little bigger than a Scythe player mat, if you need a reference there. And these can fit in the box however you want. So they'll come in the box kind of just sitting in there. But the dimensions of them, and I'll show you what this looks like, allows them to be wedged in the box this way to kind of hold stuff in place. And also, so that was the original plan. We were just going to have them be kind of empty, blank boxes. And then we were like, okay, if we're making these, we're printing these, let's put art on them. So let's put art on the bottom and top, different art for each one. You can see that one upside down. There you go. And here's the other one. And the last one is blue. Different art on each side. So we're going to make these, let's put art on them, and let's make them functional. Why not? I mean, let's let people put stuff in them. So on the inside of each one, you can put, like I said, you can put the player mats in one. You can probably actually fit the player mats and the faction mats in one of these. You can put all your wooden tokens in another one. It's really up to you. They're not designed for a specific purpose. They're designed for you to figure out based on what you have, because people have different stuff with Scythe. You might have a customer insert, you may not. Whatever you want, you can put whatever you want in these boxes to store in there. And when you're done with them, you can kind of wedge them in here to prevent all the Scythe stuff that you have from rolling around in this box. So yeah, those are all the core features of the Legendary Box. I'll put a link below to show how you can get it. It's available. It's kind of a weird product to make. Even though it's just an empty cardboard box, it is very expensive to make and expensive to ship. We can only fit 3 of them. You can kind of that cardboard box behind me. We can only fit 3 of them in there, so freight shipping is very expensive. So we had to do a different distribution. Oh, actually, and the key part of that is it's expensive to make, but we didn't want to charge people a lot for what is an empty box. So I set the MSRP, the US MSRP at 25. It might be a little higher in other countries, but that is a heavily deflated MSRP. It should be much more expensive than that. And because of that, we couldn't enter it in normal distribution because we would have lost money on every copy of this that we made. So instead of doing that, we went to select retailers, especially retailers who sell Scythe accessories and Scythe custom inserts. And we said, hey, will you sell this? We'll sell this directly to you. Will you sell this at a little bit less than your normal margin so that we can keep a reasonable MSRP? And so both of us can make a little bit of money, and so we can make our customers happy by not having them pay a ton for an empty box. So just a little weird distribution system for it, but which doesn't actually use distribution at all. But I think it works out for this particular product. So yeah, that's the Scythe Legendary Box. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. Thanks.